Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. In this video today, we are talking about the SuperStationOne. Now, I know most of you guys know what the SuperStationOne is, but just in case someone doesn't, if I had to describe it in a word or two, it will be MiSTer FPGA. It is an upcoming MiSTer FPGA project that should be shipping very, very soon. Now, one thing about this is, well, the first thing is it's based around the SONY PlayStation 1, the PS1, not the first PlayStation, the squarish looking one, the more kind of, the one with the rounded edges, the cuter, smaller looking one. One of the key selling points and one of the main features about this is the addition of the Super Dock, an additional item you can buy, one that will let you run optical media. Now, initially the media was going to get dumped and it was going to run off an SD card or hard drive, whatever you had attached to it. So it made it no different to the actually running ROMs apart from your dumping or backing up your own CDs. The community spoke, they said, no, we want our games running real time. Taki Udon and the team at Retro Remake went into the lab and they said, yes, guess what? We have got optical media working. As well as running PlayStation games, you can run Sega Saturn games, the Mega CD, the PC Engine CD, or also known as TurboGrafx 16 CD, and any other likely cores that support CDs will likely work on the SuperStationOne once they have been tweaked. Now, there's some great news and there's a little bit of concerning news, but it's not that concerning where it's like, oh no, this is terrible, I have to cancel my pre-order. It is an obstacle, and this is an obstacle that they may be able to overcome. So Taki spoke earlier. Let me just bring up this web page because it will kind of say it a little bit better, and I've done an article on Metal Game Solid just kind of covering it briefly. So Taki here in this tweet says, it's been a few months and I have a new update on SuperStationOne disk reading. We ended up improving disk reading to be on par with loading from an SD. So loading from an SD card in almost all CD cores. All CD cores except PS1 indistinguishable from SD. PS1 equals edge cases where a game can be 1% slower. Now, this isn't for all games, this is for a handful of games, so some games will be slower. And looking into it more and kind of speaking to people, the ARM side of the DE10 Nano isn't fast enough to stream what the PlayStation requires, hence why some games are going 1% slower. And it's a real big shame because it is just a tiny little margin, but it is something that will give you that error that there is a slow speed. So, well, over here Taki continues, the 1% lows means seeing a slow CD error message 1 to 2 times over a 10-minute period in select games, causing a sub 1 second pause of the core if the pause core option is enabled. If this option is disabled, you wouldn't notice a difference, but disabling this is bad in some games. And a final tweet here in that series, we made a separate version of this system that modifies the MiSTer Linux side to directly support reading from disk without our API. It seems to be indistinguishable from loading from an SD card in all cases, but it would require using a forked Linux backend. So what that means is, on the normal MiSTer, the one that we're all using, the one that we are all used to, you get that pause. You get that 1 second pause roughly around every 10 minutes on some games. Now, if you were to fork the whole Linux backend and use that, then you won't get that pause. But however, that could present lots of issues, lots of testing, lots of stuff out there. The one that we're using now, the main Linux backend, it's been around for years, it's been worked on, it's very bug free, and when some bugs pop up, they kind of get erased quickly. So again, not a deal breaker here, and I have to say that me personally, I'm going to try it out. I've got a friend that's going to lend me some games when I get my SuperStationOne and the Super Dock, but honestly, like, it was never of main interest for me. I mean, I get it, some people want to play the disc and they want to know that they're playing it directly from disc, but you can just play a ROM like you can on a normal MiSTer. So keep that in mind. Hopefully Taki and his team can find a solution, because I've heard the term impossible, or this will never work, and things work, you know. the PlayStation core comes to mind, the Saturn core comes to mind, the N64 being like the latest example where something was considered impossible becomes possible. The SuperStation One is still a fantastic device. It's a MiSTer. It's at a very, very good price point. It does everything the MiSTer can, and it's got some nice quality of life stuff in there, like a nice front end, lots of different AV options, NFC built in. You can plug your PlayStation controllers directly in. They work as snack. It's got memory card slots. As well as that, with the dock, you've got a snack bypass. So for example, you could plug Saturn or Super Nintendo controllers in there. So it is still a great device, but not gonna lie, it is a little bit of a shame and a little bit of a wasted opportunity. And I just feel kind of bad that out of all the CD systems, all of them are working fine, but the one that this is themed around is the one where you get that tiny 1% slow every 10 minutes or so. But I'm still looking forward to it. Share your thoughts about this. Are you like, no, I'm disgusted, I don't want it, that 1 second thing is going to kill it for me, I want to run everything direct from my disc? Honestly guys, I'm happy running stuff off a micro SD card. I've got 3 different MiSTers now. When I get the SuperStation One, it'll be my 4th one, and I've got different SD cards in them. Yes, I know I can run a NAS and do it, but I move them around, I take them out, so an SD card is the most convenient for me. But that's it guys, just a quick update on the SuperStation One. Again, looking really forward to it. Yeah, be awesome to one another guys. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.